Why should I give a damn?
What's up? You are now tuned into Why Should I Give a Damn? Make sure you follow us on Instagram at WSIGAD_podcast. We back in the building. Once again, I am your host, Eric.
It's your boy Randy King.
Colin.
And we got another one for you. Lots to talk about once again. Shout out to everybody who's been following us like we don't normally do. We got some good shit to talk about this week, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
But I got to jump right into it out the gate. We had a conversation several episodes ago when Angela Yee left the Breakfast Club. Everybody know Breakfast Club, Charlamagne, DJ Envy. Used to be Angela Yee. We've been on the Breakfast Club for a long time. Grew up on the Breakfast Club, one of the biggest platforms in America, in the world at this point, as far as radio is concerned. Yeah. And I was just talking to the guys off camera before we started, and I don't know if you guys noticed it, listening, watching, I don't know, but it seems like ever since Angela Yee left, which I'm not an Angela Yee fan, she's about as entertaining as watching paint dry, but ever since Angela Yee left, it seems like DJ Envy is in a beef every week now. He's like 02 50 Cent in New York at this point. It's starting to get a little disturbing because I think every time I look up, it's DJ Envy versus them, and it's always they disrespected my wife. They disrespected my wife. They disrespected my family. They disrespected my wife. I'm like, damn, Envy, all these motherfuckers ain't disrespecting your wife. Like, why is everybody got DJ Envy wife in their mouth? Like, what's going on? Or wife's name, I should say. Wife's name, I'm sorry. Wife's name, my bad. I don't want DJ Envy coming after me. But we ain't that big yet. But I guess the question is, recently Tyrese came on Breakfast Club, and DJ Envy and Tyrese have been at odds for a while. They was once close friends. I guess the reason why Tyrese had an issue with DJ Envy because DJ Envy and Charlamagne recently had, some comments to say about Tyrese's divorce. Because we know Tyrese was dating that young chick and going through that, and they went through a divorce. It was very public, very messy, and I guess Charlamagne and DJ Envy had some tea to spill. Their news. That's kind of the hard thing about being when you in the culture.
Is this a Shade Room podcast?
No, it is starting to get there. But I was just about to say, that's the hard thing about being in the Charlamagne, Joe Budden, those tiers. You're cool with a lot of these artists, and you're cool with a lot of these labels, and you got connections, all that stuff, but your job is still to report the media, report the news. So a lot of people, once they get cool with the media, they assume, hey, you ain't supposed to talk about me. Why, we cool. Why would you do that? Even like we see it with the Stephen A's and Shannon's, all that stuff, they get called out all the time. And us people, like with black entertainers, we have this thing where we think that we hold the black announcers and black media people to a higher standard because we assume they shouldn't talk down on other black people and stuff. But that's a whole nother topic. But I guess my question to you guys was with the Tyrese, because I guess there was a situation where back in the day, Tyrese helped DJ Envy and his wife reconcile when they were about to get divorced. So it was really touchy there. And I guess somewhere along the way, DJ Envy felt like Tyrese was crossing the line with his wife, demanding too much time and demanding too much energy.
They said that Tyrese said something along the lines like, if you was fucking with a nigga like me, you wouldn't be going through this. Kind of saying shit like
Where
that.
you get this?
Tyrese seems like, where did you get this?
This
tea
is
from?
what
I'm
DJ Envy said himself. I listen to the Breakfast Club in the morning time, so this is what the nigga said himself type shit.
Tyrese seems like that type of nigga. I'm sorry. That
so
I can
basically
see.
Tyrese was crossing that line, flirting almost with his wife type shit.
These are the signs that we made. Oh, I already know he was. And I already know, and I can just imagine as a light-skinned representative like DJ Envy, the last thing he wants is Tyrese in his wife's DM. So this does kind of makes a lot of sense, like where he would feel uncomfortable. But I guess when it comes to
But at the same time, it wasn't no text messages. I guess Tyrese was on the phone saying this.
Oh, that's crazy.
Tyrese defense, his claim is that he was psyched out on some psych meds and he was high as mine, and he don't remember a lot of this stuff. So that's his defense.
So that goes to my real question. I'm glad you brought that up, Ronnie. That goes to my real question. Tyrese and DJ Envy were close. They fell out because Tyrese claims that he was going through mental health issues, was on mental health medication, and was having like a psychotic breakdown. And Tyrese said a bunch of shit and did a bunch of shit that pissed a bunch of people off. And those of you guys have been watching the show or don't follow the media, it's been well documented. There's a lot of shit going on. So I guess my question is, because Tyrese's standpoint is, how could you hold that against me if you knew I was going through my mental health episode? Why not show grace? And I saw a bunch of people that were like, when people have mental health issues, we need to show them grace and we need to give them a pass. And Tyrese even used the analogy of, if somebody was drunk and they said something when they drunk, would you use that against them? That was his analogy. And my answer is yes.
Yeah,
I am going to use that against you.
Yeah.
I guess the question is it okay? Do you think DJ Envy is right for distancing himself from Tyrese, or is anybody right for distancing themselves from somebody that may have mental health issues, but those mental health issues and then them disrespecting you in some kind of way, or what you feel is disrespect? Like, let's say, Colin, one of your guys is having a mental health episode or whatnot, and something's going on, and then out of nowhere, y'all get into it. He call you a bitch ass nigga. I never fuck with you anyway. Fuck you. Fuck your mama. Fuck everybody. He just talking major shit. Y'all get into it, damn near box. The next day, it's like, bro, how you gonna use that against me, bro? I was having a psychotic breakdown. Like, how you gonna do that? Do you think mental health is a pass for people's behavior? And like, should we be given more grace and leniency, or should people be held accountable, even if they're going through shit? Should they be held accountable at a certain point? Like, at what point do we stop giving the cape for mental health and we say, you're grown, handle your shit? At what point, or is there a point? Are we just supposed to extend grace?
It's different.
Infinity
it's
grace.
Different levels.
Yeah, it's a case by case.
It's
sure.
different levels. It's hard. Some people know they have mental illnesses. Oh, excuse me. And we see they refuse to take their medication. They rather roam out. So that's when it gets really
the ones
tricky.
You could distance yourself from. Like, I was just gonna say, like,
that gets scary.
If they seeking help and they battling it, you know what I mean, you know it's legit, and it's a little different than somebody refusing the help that they already been told that they need to take, and it's like, I ain't taking the help. It's like, okay, I can't fuck with you type shit.
Does it depend how pretty she is?
Nah, cause even crazy bitches, like, you can't be sleeping around no crazy bitch. Like, that's the last thing
you might have to check the level.
I guess
depending on the head
like,
game.
That's true.
But like with the Tyrese case, I would have gave him the little cape on there with his little claim. But then the nigga went online after it got to doing some more of the bullshit.
Yeah, he went back online.
Like,
but
wait, can I say this?
But hold on,
thing,
Paul. Yeah, but we got before you go. I got to get a context because you said Tyrese went, but we can't erase the fact that after they had after DJ Envy had this conversation with Tyrese, he then brought his wife on the next day when Tyrese wasn't there and kind of aired out, exposed Tyrese for what he said and all that shit, which I thought was foul. Like, don't have a man-to-man conversation with me online. I think we squashed the shit, and then the next day you want to bring extra witnesses to the stand and shit. I thought the trial was over and shit. That is the one part with DJ Envy. I'm like, nah, that's some whole ass. That's hazel-eyed nigga shit. I don't like it.
You got a light-skinned nigga and you got a dark-skinned nigga. You got, they both on some, I don't know, y'all. Like, you gotta keep your powers off the internet type shit for one. That's what Tyrese was fucking up at when he was crying and shit on the internet. But DJ Envy fucked up too. Like, he was cheating on his wife. She made it public. He apologized to his wife on the radio, so everybody knows. So it's just like, shit, I don't know, shit.
Well, here's the thing too, man. Nobody's more insecure than a nigga who done got caught up big time. So, like I said, I'm imagining if I'm in a situation, I just got caught up with my wife, and now she's best friends with Tyrese. I get it. Like, there's only a matter of time before, she might end up at Pound Town and it ain't my area code. Okay, that's how this shit goes sometimes.
I'm gonna be honest. The whole story is not that interesting to me. I was just upset that DJ. And nowadays, I don't know if it's like set up or staged, but I was like, I don't like how you always sandbagging people. Like, it's easy to to me. So I'm like, maybe I'm hoping they talked about it just to be not naive. But I'm like, I don't like when niggas on your show, you get to check them, and you get to kind of play back and forth. Has he addressed the scamming issues he's been having?
Yeah.
Like is he what's going on with that? Like, that's what I want to know about. Like, all the others, but maybe they had it planned. But I'm like, if you knew Tyrese is crazy on psych meds, I just thought that was weird. That it seemed like it went left. But I didn't hear the whole interview. Eric was telling me the whole interview. But I'm like, if that's your friend, why put him on blast? Like,
why put him on blast?
But also, they need views, they need ratings.
And it's like I said, like we said before the show.
Others, but I kind of do feel Tyrese coming from in another standpoint, because like they got other stories they can run with. Like if they do know the nigga, like if I know somebody and I'm on the national radio, I ain't finna air their story on my show. I just want to do that type.
But if it's famous,
even if he told Joe's wife that shit, if you was with a nigga like me, you wouldn't have to deal with this shit. You wouldn't air shit out there.
Then I would. So,
but then you're no better than Envy. Then
that's why I see both sides of it. Like, you know, it's some petty nigga shit type.
It's a lot of petty nigga shit.
It's super petty. Like, it's petty activities. Like, you can't be coming at nigga wives, but you can't be cheating on your wives, because if he ain't never cheating on his wife, that would never happen type shit. So it's just like, that's kind of our DJ Envy fought at the end of the day type shit.
Man,
like,
look,
he invited another nigga in his home to fix his marriage. That's some sucker shit.
At the end of the day, next time I get into it,
if I got a pastor to help fix my marriage,
that's some sucker shit. You
a
know,
pastor, and I'm
the
religious?
pastor be fucking petty nigga wives.
What that mean?
That's the game shit. Like,
so if I go to a pastor for counseling, I'm a sucker.
Pretty much, like,
that's crazy.
What type of counseling? Like, cause you cheated on your wife?
No, I'm just saying. You just said invite another man in home to
fix your marriage after you cheated on your wife. That's some sucker shit.
Oh, you added that cap.
I never even, you know what, Ronnie? I never looked at that angle, but now that you did mention that angle, I have to honor that angle, because when I think about it, when I think about it,
he added that the second time.
But we never sat and thought to ourselves, what the fuck is Tyrese doing mediating somebody's marriage? We never sat and thought about that. I just realized that. Ronnie said what he said, like, Tyrese is your marriage counselor. That's where the whole situation fucked up from the jump. So that goes on, but I blame that on the man relationship, which is DJ Envy, because as a man, you know, if you fuck up, you owe it to yourself, especially a man with some money and some prestige. You owe it to yourself that if you want to work this out, go get some counseling and go do this. You let your wife get counseled by the nigga who made Zodiac Freaks, who made Signs of Love, who made Lately. You let your nigga go to the nigga who ate a bitch out on Baby Boy after he hit her in her shit. Like,
Usher might as well start doing marriage counseling if that's the case, shit. Because he done help Kiki and her man get their shit together.
I guess so. Like, I don't know. So I never really even thought about it from that angle. But if I got money,
that's the angle we talked about a while back, y'all. We're gonna bring it back. You feel me? About they trying to introduce cuck behavior. You feel me? Where you let your wife, you know, get fucked by somebody else, and that's gonna fix the marriage. Y'all gotta get y'all shit together, niggas. Because this is getting out of hand. You feel me? It's getting crazy.
But if Giannis asked to smash your girl, he would give you like $75,000. I just want to smash her.
Nah,
you wouldn't let him smash?
Hell, not for no $75,000. Nah, my bitch worth more than that.
Okay. I'm just making sure you don't have a little bit of cuck in you, but.
He has a little sex trafficking in him.
Right. I don't know, but. Another thing I guess I really want to talk about on the sports tip, you know, we normally don't dive that deep into sports topics unless it's something that when sports transcends the culture. We all about the culture, and let's just be honest, man. Coach Prime is out there transcending what we see as college football. Like a nigga like me, I don't really watch a lick of college football like that. I'm not a college football savant at all. The only team I really like, I like two college teams. I like Ohio State. I like LSU because they always have quality nigga teams, and that's what I'm about. Ohio State always has a quality nigga quarterback. LSU always has quality nigga teams, and a lot of stars in the league right now is from LSU, Ohio State. So shout out to those two franchises. I always root for them. I do fuck with Marquette as a home team. Fuck the Badgers, but Coach Prime is coming in right now. And he's putting the fear in these old white traditional motherfuckers. Yeah. He's putting the fear in it, and I love it. You want to know what? There's a lot of things that give me joy, but nothing gives me more joy than when old racist fart boomer motherfuckers are made uncomfortable because their very white existence is fragile when a strong black dominant man comes in there and get to call his shots. We just had a game over the weekend. You had Colorado State versus Colorado, rivalry game. The coach before the game, he had something to say about Prime because everybody knows that Deion loves to have his shades, signature shades on, hat on during, nigga shit, swag, all that shit,
man,
right?
What's that white man? So what he want us to take our shades off?
But I guess he said when I talk to grown ups, I take my hat off and I take my shades off and taking digs at Prime, and it seems like every week some of these motherfuckers is out there.
Ronnie, he was black, right?
Norville, the little guy was black.
They had, so was it the black man that said there or the white man? Because they had a picture of a white man.
No. So okay, Ronnie,
coach
I know.
is black.
No, hold on. Because I got a guy like this too. Because I didn't know what he was. I thought he was white too. Because he's like a little.
They had a picture of a white man.
He's black, bro.
That white man they had on there?
No, that little. Okay, so the dude that's up there, the little light, little gruffy. He had a little scruffy bit. He's black, bro.
Oh, he light skinned.
He's a light skinned. Yeah, you did the same. I did the same
so
shit.
Is the mama white?
I don't know what he is, but I know he's a bitch ass nigga because at the end of the day, bro. So like Coach Prime so eloquently
You
put,
think he got a black wife?
no nigga who says some shit like that has a black wife. Because a black wife would have told you, come on now, you don't got to do that. He definitely, if he does have a black wife, it's in the Owens family. Shout out Candace and her buffoonery. But everybody seems to be coming after Coach Prime every week. It seems like every week there's somebody who got something to say about Coach Prime. And I noticed this same sort of backlash when Angel Reese was doing her thing with LSU. Mm-hmm. And anytime it seems to become
black success.
Anytime it's black success and anytime black people wear our success loud and proud and cocky like the Conor McGregors and the other white motherfuckers who do this shit all the time, anytime we do that, it's a problem. Oh, we're not humble. We're unsportsmanlike. This is my message to you old white traditional motherfuckers.
You Confederates.
We don't have to be humble for you motherfuckers. As soon as niggas start doing shit, y'all want us to tuck our tail and be like, yes, massa. Thank you, massa, for allowing us to be in. Fuck y'all. We them niggas. And Coach Prime came in with the we them niggas energy. I'm him energy. I don't need none of you motherfuckers energy. And anytime we come in with that energy, it makes y'all uncomfortable. Because y'all want us to be those good old boys. Those D-Wade ass, bending over ass niggas. Everybody ain't like that. You might have got Wade them. You ain't get all of us. That's the problem.
It was fun because I'm a Twitter guy. I'm a college football guy. So it was rare. Well, last night, it's Pac-12. They call it Pac-12 after dark. And it's never that jumping. And there's never that many black people watching that late. So it was a treat. You know what I mean? Most people not watching college football at 9 o'clock. Mm-hmm. But the impact it's great. The most casual people are watching it. And that scares people. And then now, when with the transfer portals and the way they can get money, guys can hop over within a year. They don't have to wait anymore. So that's scaring the establishment. Look at Nick Saban. They barely beat a team that was unranked, 17-3, head down. The blue chip schools, the good old boy teams, they're not gonna mean nothing no more.
Because the white boys are getting exposed. Because y'all never were better than us. Y'all just had the money and the resources.
Deion, when I hear him talk, he make me want to play. I mean, he just. I'm like, damn. I wish I could put on some pads. I can see why a young man like that would want to run through a wall for him.
Look, when old boy,
I can see why white people hate it.
We watched the Colorado State game, right? And you saw when the one boy did the dirty hit on Travis Hunter. Yeah. I was ready to run through the screen and knock somebody out. Deion. Come hit me up. I like when you got that power as an organization where we sitting at our homes and we ready to run through the TV and knock somebody out. I could just imagine what the players are doing are actually in the locker room with them.
Lil Wayne had an impromptu concert. All before, walked him out, totally impromptu. I'm just like, this is like, he kind of was doing that at Jackson State. Like Key Glock, like he was doing that, but now that it's on TV, like The Rock is there. Like it just
that's
it's just crazy to see.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I love it though.
But I think because for the longest the NCAA, shout out to the NWO, shout out Steve Nash, them different question. But the NCAA has been a flawed system for a while, and it's getting exposed. You see it in the NBA. Majority of the top draft picks this year came out of what? The G League and overseas and stuff like that. You're seeing it now in football. Nick Saban, all these other coaches that are heralded as these high. They should have realized these motherfuckers can go get exposed when Urban Meyer got exposed at Jacksonville. A lot of these old white dudes, they're not that good at coaches, but they have the money, the resources, the facilities, the power to back them. So when you put somebody like Deion that already has the prestige and money, he just needs the people. Yeah. That scares them because the one advantage that white people have, they can't use it against Deion. That's the money aspect. He got his own money. And the fact that, and then with the organization, see the difference between Deion and a lot of these other organizations where that the Nick Sabans and all of them and the Urban Meyers are at, is they use the school prestige to sell to the athletes. Deion, it don't matter where he's at. I'm Deion. Come play with me. Oh, we at Jackson State. Come play with me. #1 recruit. Oh, no, never mind. We finna go up to Colorado. Come play with me. When you're him, they will follow you wherever you're at. I don't need a brand behind me. I don't need a brand. That's the same shit I be feeling like a Kanye. Fuck Adidas. You're him. You're Ye.
Wherever I go,
they're going to buy Ye's whether they have an Adidas symbol on them or not. When you're him, that makes white people uncomfortable because the one thing that they've always done since slavery time, even in the plantations, if a black person made an invention on a plantation, who got the credit? The master. It's always went. So white people never cared about us being creative and doing our own thing because they always got the credit for it. So white people always sit in the back like, hey, do your thing, nigga. Yeah, go ahead. Invent a light bulb. Invent this, invent that, invent all of this stuff. Because as soon as you get done, I'm going to put the paperwork in and I'm going to get the paper. But once we get our own plantation and we start running our own shit and now the residuals is coming to us, oh, they're not humble. Oh, they think they this, they think they that. Oh, somebody needs to put them in check. Yeah, because you're not used to the power dynamic coming from somebody who doesn't look like your pale ass. Okay? It's just plain and simple. So deal with it. I hope, but the only thing, the downside to this is at the end of the day, it is still a work in progress. And I already know I'm going to have to turn off all of my social medias the second Colorado loses one game because these fucking
these hillbillies gonna start
honky tonk but donkey donk motherfuckers is gonna be having a whole fucking riot party when he loses one game. Because I've been looking at the comments, they can't stand. I thought Angel Reese was getting slandered, but this is a whole nother level. You know, this is a whole nother level. I haven't seen this many N-words since Mayweather beat Pacquiao. Okay, that's how this is going on. So at the end of the day, I'm rolling with Colorado. I'm not even a college football, and I make sure I want to say that because I want to let people understand that us niggas who don't even watch college football are watching it now because of Deion.
That's cool.
So I'm not even a college football guy, but guess what? Guess who I'm watching every week? I'm watching Colorado every week because you white motherfuckers have made them the de facto nigga squad now. And once y'all elevate a nigga to a nigga squad, bitches like Family Feud.
It's scary.
I'm rooting for the black family every time. Okay, shout out Steve Harvey. I don't know if y'all fucking with Coach. I mean, how do y'all feel about the Prime era right now? Are y'all feeling good about it? Are y'all anti-Prime? Why do you think they're? Why do y'all think they're hating? What's up?
I think they hating shit because everything you said, shit. He black. He coming in. He dominated at the other school he was at, and it was like, you know, he ain't gonna do good over here. He already 3-0. So it's just like he playing two good schools coming up. So they saying that this is test right here. So we're gonna see, you know, how he go. But they saying if he take at least one of these two games, then you know everything legit. So
I'm gonna say this,
ranking,
Colin.
So they good.
If they win next week, Colin, I might have to put an order in for the Colorado shirts. We might have to rock those rock those because
I'll make some custom colors. Yeah, it's cool.
Give me a little color Wanda. Give me a color Wanda shirt. That's half with a face that has half Black Panther, half Deion.
Awesome.
I really want to piss one with African flag colors on the back.
This is like some movie shit. Like his son let him. his quarterback son led him to the heroic comeback. His older of the two sons had a pick six, ran it back on big TV. Like all this shit happened, just be like magical. And that's what I'm like.
Bro.
I like watching it because it is. I mean, again, like
It's like Friday Night Lights, but in real life.
Yeah.
Like it's like a movie we're watching. Like this, what we're watching right now. No matter how they end this season, I feel like we're watching a future 30 for 30.
tomorrow, next week, they probably will lose to Oregon. You're gonna. I've already.
What is Oregon ranked?
Probably like 8, 9, 10. I mean, they just have better and faster athletes. But anything can happen. But when they were down Colorado State like 11 points in the fourth quarter, I already saw the tide kind of turning on Twitter. Niggas already kind of starting to get their little hate off. So the double overtime felt real good. I'm glad Shador got to shine his watch again in his face. But personally, just I think that the party will stop. But overall, they were probably really expected to win like 3 or 4 games the whole year. I think their over under maybe was like 3.5. So they're already like they'll go to a bowl. They'll be well. They might be 8-4, but you know they're still probably like 6 or 7 pieces away. Which again they can get that next year. You can get some dudes from Alabama, from wherever. It's like I want to go play there, and he has a whole new team, and he's able to compete. So
Hey, if that defense shows up next week, because really I feel like that offense can play against anybody. It's the defense I have a question about. Not to go too sportsy on the pod, but I think the defense is the question right now for Colorado. If that defense can step up, I feel like I feel like they can beat anybody. Maybe that's just me for drinking the Dion juice. Pause.
yeah,
But right now, I feel like Dion can beat anybody. Right now, I'm rolling. I'm not. I'll say this. I'm not gonna bet. I wouldn't bet on him next week, but I damn sure would never bet against him. I damn sure would never bet against him, man. So, like I said, and if he do pull that win out, I'm looking for a bucket because it's gonna be a whole lot of white tears that we're gonna have to collect on the sideline because they're waiting. They're so thirsty for Colorado to lose. They're celebrating Colorado State almost winning. Oh, you almost lost to an unranked team, huh? That's all you see is the almost. Well, guys, like I said, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Shout out Brandy, but almost doesn't count. Okay? You lost. So it is what it is. Shout out Coach Prime. Shout out all the black coaches out there. Shout out black excellence, black leadership in general. We need more black leadership in every field, not just sports, but everybody works somewhere right now where they wish they had just one more black supervisor, just one more black CEO, just one more black something, that can talk like I talk and understand me. And that's what Dion represents for college football. Like, let's talk about Chris Brown.
Crazy.
Let's talk about Chris Brown real quick. The reason why I want to bring up Chris Brown is because it seems like for some reason he's become the go-to guy to slander. I think R. Kelly's been locked up for a while now. Bill Cosby's gone. Michael Jackson's dead. So it's like, and Usher, he gets a little scandal here and there every once in a while. But I don't know what it is, but for some reason, people feel the need to always discredit Chris Brown. And that Rihanna shit that happened, over 10 years, 20 years ago at this point, it's crazy to me how much grace that this country and this world has given celebrities overall. I mean, we've forgiven murderers, rapists, all sorts of motherfuckers when we like them. We've turned we've turned our head at so much shit. But the one thing we can't seem to get over is that Rihanna and Chris Brown night in the fucking Lambo. Like, that shit is being used against him so much. And I think it's more of the Rihanna. That just comes to show you a lot of people, they only care about abuse when they care a lot about the victim. They don't really give a fuck about domestic violence. It's the victim.
that beat didn't change history. Like I don't think she would be who she was now without that beat.
That's true. She went on a whole little run after that,
She had some. She was dropping some.
Rock
hits,
Nation flipped the shit out of that.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, Rock Nation flipped it so good, I believe that's really the reason why Meg got a lot of the backlash she got. Yeah. Because it's like we've seen this before. So it's like we've seen you guys capitalize on an incident and blow somebody's career up. So when it happened to Meg and we saw the Rock Nation shit, everybody was like, okay, here we go again. Rock Nation doing what they do. But at the same time, man, when we come to Chris Brown, I'm tired of people shitting on his grave. And I'm not the biggest Chris Brown fan at all. Don't get there's people a lot of vocally I put a lot of people over him. But I just don't understand why it seems like his whole legacy gets shitted on by other stars. We just saw, what was that, Tinashe or whatever? I can barely pronounce her name because I don't know one Tinashe song. What's her name? How do you say her name? See, I don't even know how to pronounce her full last name.
Tinashe, yeah.
She talking shit about Chris Brown. But Colin, you was what exactly happened? Because I tuned in on the video when she was talking about how she was embarrassed that she did a song with R. Kelly.
I don't know exactly whatever. I saw that.
Did you
much.
see? Yeah, I saw
that
that.
much, though, but I don't know where the beginning.
She said she basically said she was embarrassed to do a song R. Kelly. The label put it together.
How did Chris Brown get caught up in it though? How did he catch the stray?
I think Chris Brown might have been on the song as well or whatever.
Oh, wow.
But then it turned into a debate online about who got better music or whatever.
Come on.
And
Between Tinashe and Chris Brown?
yeah,
Because I did see Tinashe say, like, who knows 5 Chris Brown songs? And I'm like, what type of world are we living in now? Like, is this Roblox or is this real life? Like, what's really going on? Because I think these niggas been on GTA Online too much and their sense of reality is off. Nobody knows 3 Tinashe songs unless you're gay
I know one. That's it.
or love pussy or something.
That's like
Like,
the first song she ever dropped. So
what? What is it?
that 2 on with Tiger.
I couldn't name you one.
Shit,
And that's not me trolling because I I couldn't name you one. How many? Colin, you know any Tinashe songs?
That's fair. She ain't got no music.
It's just these motherfuckers, like these DC level niggas shitting on Chris Brown. Like, what are we doing? Like, what happened to paying homage? What happened to levels? Like, I don't like these little Thanasis ass niggas shitting on the Bronze and Giannis. Like, you have to pay your homage.
But all
sit
these
on the bench.
So all these people you talking about, they treat Solange like this too, right?
No,
Why not?
they don't treat Solange like this.
Why does she get off?
What does Solange do?
Producer, is your mic on?
What does Solange do?
What did Solange do?
So, remember when Solange became upset with Jay-Z after he disrespected Queen Beyonce?
Beat her.
His ass and swung on in the elevator. And
She
Oh,
hit
beat
him.
his
She
up.
didn't swing off on him. She hit him.
Oh, beat his ass in the elevator.
Yeah.
That's because in society, women are allowed to hit men.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, that go back to the Chris Brown and Rihanna situation, and I love Rihanna, but she kind of hit Chris Brown first. And he kind of had his
So you're saying
reaction.
she got what she deserved.
I didn't say she got what she
So
deserved.
you're saying that she got the pound of replay beat out of her because her ass wanted to
I
talk
didn't say
shit and
she
hit
got
niggas.
what she deserved, but I'm just
So
saying like
she said Chris Brown made her take a bow and bowed on her head like Ray Nitty.
I mean, you know,
She need an umbrella to stop. the
I don't
blood.
believe men should beat women with a closed fist. Maybe like a slap or a muff or
my
a slam.
God,
You know,
bro.
stuff that we talk about here, but you know.
Stuff that we talk about here. I don't
Yeah.
know what you talking
Yeah, push, muff, slam. You know, slap sometimes. It depends on the size of her. You feel me? The height.
I mean,
and
S
the
can
weight.
turn a slap in certain situations.
How about retreat?
That's true.
Not,
Now we have to
not
remember.
after she fired you on your shit. You gotta,
Now,
you gotta hold
just
it
to
down.
do a recap
Let her know.
of the Chris Brown Rihanna thing, which I hate having to even go over. They were in a little ass, tight ass Lamborghini fighting. This is like we. I know, Colin, you a savant when it comes to rare, weird fights and odd fights.
I love
This was almost like a phone booth fight. Or I remember I sent you that link of the guys. They had like a Nissan Civic or no, a Honda Civic fight. Where
the
it was
Karjitsu.
yeah, car jitsu, where it was 2 niggas fighting jujitsu in a little ass Honda Civic and shit.
I love it.
That's down there what this was. Like this little ass car.
It was one sided though, but it was the premise was.
But if you get punched in the face by anybody, whether it's a woman or a man, that shit gonna hurt. So it's just like I'll just probably let this shit slide.
Yeah, Ronnie, that's what society
Where are
wants.
we getting this
Yeah.
rugged?
No, you is supposed to let it slide, but
Scare a whole Ronnie.
but everybody don't look at it like that. Shit.
Ronnie done took them gummies. Now you was humble. Well,
You know what I mean?
non-gummy Ronnie would have been like, you should have slapped that hoe. Like,
Like, no, I'm
He
just looking
said
at
you
from
shoulda
both- I'm
slapped
looking at-
that.
I'm looking at from both sides. Like, you shouldn't do it as a man, but women shouldn't put their hand on men and expect them not to retaliate, because all men not gonna.
If
have
you
that,
marry, how many
mindset.
slaps do your wife get before you can turn up?
I mean, she hitting you. You should leave.
The
her,
second
but-
you about
but-
exactly.
but-
The second
but
you feel like you gotta hit her.
By the time, yeah,
Gotta
like you
go.
feel like you gotta hit her, like she gotta go type shit. But all men don't look at it like some men believe in hitting women, and they was raised to do that. So women gotta be careful out here just putting their hands on men because you don't know what type of man you hitting type shit. Like that little scamming bitch that got hit with the brick. You feel me? She was out there slapping people. Somebody popped her ass with a brick. It happens.
Like I said, I'd have been mad, pissed at my wife and all that stuff. Never even attempted to even raise my hand. She know, like, if I get mad, I'll down there hit everything else but her. You know, like I'll hit all around her but her.
Women shouldn't feel like you gonna beat her, but again, like women shouldn't be hitting men. Like all men don't have that mindset. Like they weren't even raised. Like
Well, that's why we got to raise our daughters differently because we can't raise our daughters with the your girl, men aren't supposed to hate women. We got to raise everybody with the nobody should put their hands on
should
anybody
nobody be
because
hitting
these
nobody.
new boys, they're being raised by women. And the women are telling their boys, even if
hit
a
them
girl
back.
hit you, hit them back.
Hit 'em back, yeah.
Because a girl is going to tell their son to
The
react how
fathers-
they would react.
The father's not telling their sons that. The
Exactly.
mom's telling their boys
Moms
that.
is telling
and then
that
these
shit.
the same boys that grow up and beat on women and all
I'm
that
just saying,
shit.
you think a little baby mama, you think a little sexy red baby mama is finna let some little motherfucker hit on their kid, or a girl hit on their little boy, and they don't tell their boy, beat the shit out of her? Like, it's different.
You know the new angle I'm seeing? I'm seeing if more videos pop up, they start having little rallies and shit. I'm seeing trans girls in high school fighting girls. So really a big ass boy in like a wig and a skirt whooping the shit out of a girl. Get over, get over. And I'm just like, and the parents are getting crazy. Like
Let me tell you like
I heard a
this.
young girl going crazy, like
That's
giving a passionate
insane.
speech, and I'm like, that's the new little
So
chica.
my question
hey,
is-
fellas, you want to get your shit off? I'm just saying, but put a wig on.
My question for y'all though is,
Get what off?
let's say you get a
saying,
call, Ronnie.
you
You
wanna
get a
square
call,
up?
Ronnie. You
wanna
got a
square up?
daughter,
I'm
Ronnie.
I'm a girl.
Yeah.
You got a daughter, Ronnie. Let's say 10 years, 15 years. I don't know how exactly how old her. How's your daughter?
She's 3 right now.
3. So let's say 13 years, right? 13 years from now, you get a call from the high school, and your daughter got into a fight, and you get there to the school to pick her up, and she black-eyed and face belted because she got into a fight with another girl. But then as you look, you realize, oh, this ain't another girl. She played freshman football. This was a fucking guy that played running back his freshman year.
I'm
A
done.
buff-ass nigga.
I probably go to jail that day because I want to see what the parents say, and the parents gonna gotta catch you. You feel me?
Fuck the
Versus
parents.
mama-
That little transgender
Yeah,
nigga
what?
can get the shit
the
smacked out
mama
of
or the
him.
daddy. Nah, shit. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go to jail. That day.
High
I'm
school,
not-
you're old
Why
enough to
you
get
go
whooped.
Why you go to jail? It was just 2 girls fighting.
Cause I'm gonna whoop the kid ass or the mama ass or daddy. Somebody ass getting whooped at the school.
I'm gonna let you little.
I don't think
I'm gonna let you little
my
liberal
daughter,
ass,
you feel
free
me?
spirited parents know now.
Where's her brothers at too? Like that's the question. Cause her brother would have been there. Like I'll be on his ass too. Like what happened?
I'm gonna let them know now.
You feel
I will smack the fuck out of one of y'all little transgender kids if they ever touch my kids. Let me find out that my daughter done got into a fight or then got touched by a grown ass nigga with and just identifies all that other shit. Look, y'all can parent how y'all want to parent. Y'all can give y'all kids the freedom to do whatever
Yeah.
they want to.
What he said.
But once y'all imaginary ass bullshit start intertwining with my shit, now I'm coming up school like with the motherfucking strap.
Yeah, cause I raised my kids boy and girl. Like they know the difference. Like this girl shit, this boy shit. So I don't know. Like all that transgender shit. my
Because
kids,
I'm seeing it too much. I'm
they ain't
seeing
with that
too many
shit.
girls getting their ass beat
Not with it.
by grown ass niggas. And because, like I said, and women are in a fucked up position right now because, especially black women, because their loyalty is to LGBT and feminine. The LGBT and feminist groups all merge together. So it's like when this situation happens, it's hard for them to pick a side because it's like at one point they want to ride for the LGBT no matter what. But at another point, it's like, oh my God, a child is being, or a
I
little
think-
girl is getting whooped right
I
now
don't
by a
think a lot of
grown ass
people-
linebacker.
I don't think a lot of people with the transgender shit how they trying to make it seem. I think people more with the gay stuff, the straight.
I think
stuff,
more
the
people
bi,
is with the mind your
all
own.
that, but the
I think people
transgender
is do what
stuff, a
you
lot
do,
of
don't
people
fuck with me, Ron. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, that.
I
that
think
too.
it's just do what
That
you
too.
do, just don't
That
affect
too.
what I do. I think
That
that's
too.
what it is.
But just don't be crossing over bathrooms and stuff like. You know, if you training, you know, you
But-
gotta go in, you know, whatever bathroom you gotta go in. Maybe, you know.
But I will, like I said, if my daughter gets into, I will pistol whip a nigga bitch. If you come up here trying to put hands on my daughter, you a whole grown ass nigga. Now I gotta come up here and shit. Now I'm in this bitch. Now all of a sudden, and I'm gonna do some fucked up shit
Pistol
like
whipping a woman, you know how much time you would get.
I'm pistol whipping a nigga.
He said a nigga bitch. I was like,
a nigga bitch.
but by the time like
They would see her
the
as a
things that
woman.
I'm fearing though most, because a lot of schools and a lot of districts across the country is having these meetings. I mean, we had one here recently about, you know, what the schools plan to do with kids that identify as transgender. You know, so by the time our kids in high school, I mean, it's gonna be a lot different type shit, and I don't know. I just be worried about the legal shit that they gonna have behind it, because it's gonna be a lot of different type shit.
I was talking to my wife about this the other day, and I remember when a lot of this LGBT stuff started hitting the schools hard. The first thing a lot of people said is they about to start ushering in a lot of pedophile shit. And a lot of LGBT, they rebuked that. Like, oh, no, we're not for that. We're not for that. And to be honest with you, 99% of every gay person I know or gay people around, they're anti all that bullshit. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, 99% of the gay people I know is cool as fuck. And they don't even identify with most of the narrative about them online. So when I talk about the LGBT as an online community, I'm wise enough to know not to mix that with the everyday gay people I see in real life, because it's not the same. Just like, you know, black Twitter isn't black people. You know what I mean? You got to separate the two. But, however, they are being sneaky, because what they're doing right now, it's not the LGBT I'm worried about. It's old white men. This country is ran by old white men. And they're using the LGBT group and their power right now to do what they want to do. Because one thing about old white men that's always been consistent throughout their history is they love to rape, they love to kill, they love little boys, they love little girls.
They love to conquer
That's
too.
always been. And look, and normally this would be a force, but if you think that what I'm saying is going too far, you don't know your history and you haven't learned nothing about white dudes. They literally had a whole, if you look ancient Greece, ancient anything white, they had whole sexualities and groups that were dedicated to smashing on young boys. And if you look at the Catholic Church and all of that shit, what's going on right now? Young boys. That's all I'm gonna say. So when I fast forward to what's happening now, you got what's the number one demographic in politics that runs our lives and makes the rules? Old white men. So what are they gonna do? They're gonna fix the rules so they can do the little fuck shit they want to do. And what I'm noticing is all of the laws regarding kids is pro-LGBT. Even Joe Biden bitch ass had a whole LGBT flag on the White House. Pro everything that, but also every law they're doing in these schools and these states is restricting parents of their access. They're passing laws to where if a kid goes to school and identifies as something now, the school doesn't even have to tell the parent.
Well, areas is different. Like it depends on the area. Like our area, they trying to decide where, and they leaning more towards if a student do come to school and say that they the opposite or whatever, that the parents have to be notified, and they trying to see what's going on, and like is this what y'all got going on or what? Because this ain't it. Some districts like California, they making it to where they making it to where like if the parent go against the student or whatever, it could be looked at as child abuse or neglect or something like that.
Yeah,
so it just
crazy.
depends on where you're living at. In my opinion, and I don't care how y'all feel about it, y'all got to keep that out of school, how y'all keep religion, you feel me? A child's sexual orientation don't matter whether they're gay, straight, like that's something like you keep that out of school type shit. Like wait till they're 18 type shit. When they're 18, they can do whatever they want.
My thing is this, right?
They're not gonna keep it out of school.
We have a whole law. We have and this is where they slicking. And this is where I realized how the pedophiles was slick, right? Because when they first started passing these LGBT laws, right, I was thinking like, I know they're gonna do some pedophile shit, but I'm trying to figure out how they're gonna do it. And now I see how they do it. First, they're getting rid of the rights of the parents. They're making it so the parents have no say so in the kids' matter, and then they're giving the kids sexuality and sexual rights to be able to identify with sexual groups that before only grown up. So basically, what you're telling me as a parent, I have no right to question my kid. I have no right to see what's going on with my kid. I could be completely cut off from what's going on with my kid. But as a teacher and as a counselor and all these other motherfuckers, y'all have the right to know all this sexual information on my kid. So you're telling me that
crazy.
other adults can be in the sexual life of my kid and not me. That to me is a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe for foul play. It's a recipe for pedophile behavior that I feel like has been a part of the agenda the whole fucking time. And I want anybody that's gay or homosexual, bisexual, whatever you might identify with, I want y'all to understand this. If we still have any that still tune in, I don't look at this as a gripe against you guys. What I want you guys to understand is I feel like your movement is being co-opted by old white dudes who want to do ill with your movement. I feel like there's old white men who have ulterior motives that are using your movement, your willingness to want to get married, your willingness to want equal rights. They're using that as a way to get their own shit off. And one thing I know about America is no matter what type of law they pass, it's always going to benefit white people. It don't get passed unless it benefit white people. And with a lot of these LGBT laws, it makes it look like we're all inclusive. But I think the bottom factor is you're seeing a lot of these rich people, like anytime a celebrity gets a fucking kid from overseas, a month later that kid all of a sudden identifies as a girl. You know, I'm like, how come every white little Gwen Stefani ass, Angelina Jolie ass broad that gets a
should let their kids do that. I don't like.
I mean,
If they older and something they want to do, then so be it.
But here's my question though. But here's the question. This is the question I got for everybody. We talked about situations where you can get arrested for fucking with a minor, right? Because minors aren't supposed to have sex. So if minors aren't supposed to have sex and you can get arrested for having sex as a minor, why does child sexuality, why is that such a big topic right now? Why is what a child I do? Like, why are we doing
the
this?
country run by these pedophiles, these rapists, all like that. That's what you said. Like, that's the truth. Like, it shouldn't even be a topic of discussion. Like, it should be cut and dry. Like, it don't matter to kids. Like, you don't put that in the same conversation with kids. You feel me?
Since slavery time, black, brown, we've been the top motherfuckers that have been kidnapped, raped, molested kids. And that's the reason why I go so hard against, I try to at least a monthly slander for D-Wade and Gabrielle Union because I feel like, no, and here's a backstory on that, not just them. I feel like there's agendas being crossed. I feel like some of these celebrities get paid off to push agendas and under the table. And I feel like the Gabrielles and D-Wades and a lot of these motherfuckers, they have corporate interests underneath that they're getting paid to push certain shit. And they get in front of us and they smile and they do the little all-inclusive shit. And let's be honest, I mean, in real life, when I go to I'm the most machismo ass nigga, non-gay nigga as there is. But when I go out, I don't give a fuck about no gay people coming across. I'm not hating on people. Oh, you gay? I don't give a fuck. Like, if you cool, you cool. I mean, I've never in my life went and said to somebody or seen a cool person that I felt like was genuinely cool and then find out they was gay. It was like, oh, no, I can't fuck with you. You gay. That's dumb. You're cool. What it is I don't like the exaggerated cosplay that I see on a daily basis and people trying to act like, you know, we should let degenerate behavior slide because we want to be all inclusive to all these motherfuckers who just want to twerk and fucking suck dick on public all day. That's my thing. So I just feel like it's scary right now.
I just think like a lot of, not even a lot of stuff, like some of the stuff get a little confusing. Some of their ideologies, we be trying to understand it, they get mad at that. Some of the stuff we'll never understand, never agree with, they get mad at that too. It'd be like, you know, especially with the whole transgender thing, like you feel like you're the opposite sex. Like a lot of people would never agree or understand that. Like they have their reasons to. You feel me?
But you wanna know who else? You wanna know who agrees and understands, Ronnie?
D-Wade?
Well, he didn't fuck him, but the castmates of that 70s show, they agree and they understand with a lot of this bullshit because
Yeah, they fucking with
what was the name of that one guy that just got convicted of rape from that 70s show?
Danny Masterson.
Danny Masterson?
Yeah, he played Hyde on that 70s show.
Okay, he was Master Raperson because
he had a dirty
got
vibe
caught.
on the show. That's
yeah,
crazy.
and those are we from the Wisconsin area, we from Milwaukee, so we that 70s show we take that serious. That was one of the first things, one of the original things put Wisconsin on the map in a lot of ways. We fuck with that 70s show hard, so all of us know about this character. And recently he was charged with rape. I think how many years? What didn't he get?
30 to life.
A dub,
Life
right?
or
Or
something?
30?
It was 2. See, it was like at one point I think there was a mistrial because I was like, oh, okay, maybe. Because I'm like, I never want this to be true, but I was like, well, maybe he did. 2 women have a very convincing story. It was a mistrial. So they had another trial, and then he was found guilty. And he's like you said, he got sentenced to 30 years to life.
So he's done.
And that's how you know.
Damn.
That's how people be thinking that rape is from niggas who just don't get pussy and just be one pussy so bad. Which I'm pretty sure there is cases like that.
That's a lot.
But I think a lot of rape is just
Power.
yeah, and it's more of a sense of
I
entitlement.
hear him with Darren Sharper. I'm like, Darren Sharper was like, good looking guy, safety, Super Bowl champion.
How dare you not give me any pussy?
He's drugging women. Darren Sharper, drugging women. So Kellen Winslow, football player. I mean, he's a little mentally off, but I'm like, yeah.
But with athletes, I think they get such an array of pussy coming in.
Yeah.
They get like they get an assembly line worth of pussy coming in. So they start doing little shit. They get desensitized and start doing shit to expedite. Well, I'm gonna just drug you and fucking out because I don't got time for all the other shit. I gotta go to practice in the morning. And to them, it's normal because 9 out of 10 chicks are going with it. They're waking up in the morning, don't know what happened. Oh, I'm in a rich football player's house. I'm fine. Most chicks are going with it.
And
But
they
then
do
1 out of
that
20,
when
you
they
get
get
that
off,
smart
too.
chick. You get that smart chick that realize, I have a lawyer buddy that told me that, this isn't acceptable. Like you get that smart chick that's like, you know what? I don't feel comfortable about this. I don't feel like this is right. So I feel like most rape happens from niggas who feel entitled. And that's the reason why a lot of women don't see their rapists coming, because I feel like the narrative on rape for women is the old, fat, degenerate niggas who can't get pussy or the crusty niggas who can't get pussy. They're never expecting the charming athletes with the 6-pack and the Gucci belt that's charming you the whole. They're never expecting to get raped by him. They assume he got pussy being thrown at him, so he doesn't need to rape anybody. But in actuality, a lot of times, those are the main rapey niggas because they get so much pussy. The second that 1 out of 100 bitch say, nah, I'm good, I don't feel comfortable. Bitch, what the fuck you mean you uncomfortable? I'm me. Give me this shit. In the words of Webby, give me that pussy. And that's another thing. I don't think Webby could drop that song today in 2023. These are soft ass niggas. No, he didn't say consent during the chorus. I don't like it.
It's a lot of songs.
It's a lot of songs when man shout out Webby though. Give me that pussy. That was my jam. But yeah, I think nowadays, man, it's a lot of entitlement. But I guess the real question we had is going back to that 70s show, nigga. A couple of people from the cast. Who all from the cast?
Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher and the bitch, what, Miley Kunis?
Yeah.
They sending letters. They sending letters on her behalf.
Topher Grace did too.
Yeah, sending letters on his behalf and stuff.
Which one is Topher Grace?
Eric, the main guy.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
I thought that he was the only one that said that he didn't support him, and then they shamed him for that. I read up on that too.
Oh damn,
Yeah.
maybe.
Maybe that
He
was.
the only one that wasn't supporting him.
But I guess the question is,
he still got backlash. Oh,
but two questions then. Do you look at somebody different if they support a criminal or like a sex offender like that? And two, how far would your friends go? Let's say one of your close friends or family members get caught with a case. You don't really know if they're guilty or not. You kind of on the fence. They go to jail and they get proved guilty. At what point can you support a motherfucker that's been convicted of a sex crime? Because
Not supporting no rapists.
because what I'm noticing
wait
is,
to hear not guilty, or just the accusations enough.
let's not forget
in
at one
they
point R.
case-
Kelly was not guilty.
In their case, they was writing letters to basically get him a lesser sentence. It sounds like, or his character before they claim was before the sentence, but that's not quite how court works. You feel me? So, you know, those letters are only used after everything is done, type shit, not during the trial. So, I'm not sending no letters in for no rapists. Nah, I'm not doing that.
I mean, you'd be surprised too, because even like in the Tory Lanez Meg Thee Stallion case, you had people like what's the white bitch name? Iggy Azalea. She sent in, and I'm pretty sure there's way more, but Iggy Azalea got backlash because she sent in a letter for in regards for Tory on his side about things and stuff. But it's like if I see a certain case, like if I see a rape case and it's clear cut and the motherfucker's guilty and he's a weirdo, and I see you vouching and writing letters for it, I'm
like
starting to
there
think
was a mistrial at first. They didn't have enough evidence.
True.
It did like so. And
I think they're vouching for them because they all were fucking kids. I think they're all molesters. I think they was having a That 70s Show molestation station extravaganza in that motherfucker. I think that's why. I feel like they scared.
Why wouldn't they get exposed then?
Because no, they haven't, because they didn't get caught yet. See, here's the thing, Colin, and me and you both robbing banks, right? We just some bank robbing. All three of us, we some bank robbing niggas. Me, you, Ronnie, we all robbing banks. Next thing you know, Ronnie get caught. Ronnie is on the front page as the #1 bank robber. We got him. We're gonna get a little nervous because we were robbing banks too. But the fact that he got caught, it's like, oh, damn, what do they know about us? How far? So it would make sense for Ronnie to want to get off, because once Ronnie's innocent, it takes the heat back off of us. As long as he's hot, they finna look for the rest of us. I feel like a squealing, what they say, a hurt dog, a holler?
A hit dog.
A hit dog, a holler's no question or whatever.
Hurt
I
dog
feel
will
like,
holler, I
yeah,
guess.
hurt dog too. I feel like all the motherfuckers on 70 Show is some hit dogs. I feel like everybody was fucking and sucking at underages, and that's the reason why they feel that sympathy for his ass, because they was in on doing the shit too. And I feel like that's just, and not even to normalize it, but I feel like the reason why they desensitized to it because it's normal Hollywood behavior.
Yeah, Hollywood.
That's what they look at it as, normal Hollywood behavior. So that's what y'all got. Like, everybody want to be rich, everybody want to be famous, but at the end of the day, a lot of these motherfucking stars is getting trains ran through them before they even old
You
enough
think
to drink.
Denzel did?
Huh?
You think Denzel did?
I think he was one of the few that did it,
Okay,
but I don't know. I
that'll-
can't.
that'll
But I
break
wouldn't
my
put my
heart.
money on it.
I break my heart.
I
Some
think
old
that-
Jewish dudes ran a train on Denzel.
There's certain niggas that if I found out they got a train ran on them, it would completely devastate me. Like a Denzel, Samuel L., Idris Elba type niggas. Like,
the big dogs.
I wouldn't be able to stomach it. You know, like, I wouldn't be able to stomach. White dudes, I kind of automatically assume all of them are somewhat gay. But niggas, like, it's certain niggas that if I found out Brian got a train ran on him or something, that would devastate me. Like, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. Like, I'd probably stop watching the NBA for 20 years, 10 years at least. Like, that would be devastating. So it's like, just imagine
take
Brian,
the
but
word
it's a
Brian
tape that
sexual
comes
to
out.
another level.
Like, you go on Pornhub, it's the Brian tape, and it's just him in a headband just going crazy on rock, rock, rock. Brian headband bobbing and shit. You got to watch that shit. Like, oh, man, I'm devastated.